A data collection is essentially a container for storing arbitrary documents. You can add documents to a collection, delete and update documents from a collection, as well as query the collection to retrieve documents that match a certain criteria. In this video, let's see what other ways we can view and manipulate a Lucid data model collection. First way is you can open the Lucid dashboard and then go to Models. Select your model. Click on Edit Model button. This will open your model designer. In here you can click on the collections icon. Here you can find all the collections defined in your model. Once you click on your collection, you will see a configuration tab, where you can see all the attributes and their data types. Here you can add or remove any attributes of your collection. You can click on the View Data button to view the collection grid. Another way to view the collection grid is from the Collections tab in the Lucid dashboard. Go to Lucid Dashboard, Models, and select your model. And here, open the Data Collections tab. Here also, you can see all the collections available in your model. Click on View Data to open the collection grid. Collection grid provides you with a table interface with infinite scrolling, so you can see everything by just scrolling down. We can navigate the collection grid cells using the mouse or keyboard arrows. If you want to edit any cell, you can navigate to the cell and press the Enter key, or double-click on the cell to enter into edit mode. Once you are done editing, you can press the Enter key, or click outside the cell. Your changes will be automatically saved and the cell will show the new value. If you want to add new items, you can click on the Add button. It will open a pop-up window where we can add single or multiple items. Once you are done, you can click on Save. You can see that the new items have been added. Let's say you want to delete a few items. You can select multiple rows by clicking on the boxes, and then click on Delete Selected button. Once you hit Confirm, the data will be deleted, and the collection grid will be updated automatically. Collection grids provide custom editors to handle various data types. The default is text input. To handle numbers, we have the number input. To handle Boolean values, you can use a checkbox or the toggle button. To add JSON data, we have a JSON editor. We also have standard drop-down input to select from a list of items. In addition to the standard collection grids, we have the option to create custom collection grids. You can create a custom collection grid for an existing data collection, or you can use any custom data source. To create a custom collection grid, go to User Interfaces in the Lucid dashboard and click on Collection Grids. New Collection Grid. Under the General section, give a name and short description. Now move to the Get Data section. If you wish to use an existing collection, you can check the Use a Model Collection checkbox. You can then select the model and collection you want. If you want to use a custom data source, you have to create a model and action, which will handle data with pagination. Once your model is ready, you can uncheck the checkbox and select the model and action. When we use a model collection as the data source, Lucid will use some internal services to provide add, update, and delete functions. When you use custom data source, you have to create model actions to get data, update data, add and delete data, and you have to configure actions under the respective sections. If you want to configure custom columns, you can go to Field Configuration, Add New Field. Here you can configure the field name and its data type. You can make the field editable, or just read only. If you make it editable, you can also configure which editor you want to use for that field. If you are using a model collection to get data, then, in the Add Field configuration, there will be an option to select the attribute from the collection as the field, and add them to your collection. You can use different editors for different data types. For example, you can use checkbox or a toggle switch for Boolean values. We also have standard drop-down input to select from a list of items. If you want to show a list of items, then you can use the list editor. When you use the list editor, you have to provide the model and action to get the data for the list. You have to provide a label and value field for each item in the list. Let's save this and check the new collection grid. Once you save this, you can see the changes in the collection grid. There is a configuration to enable and disable update, delete and edit options in our collection grid. You can completely disable it, or you can restrict features to particular user roles. And that's how you use collection grids.